Welcome. In front of me is an AMAZFIT Balance 3, and in this video I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the watch, its build quality, specifications, and give you my first impressions as I go along and check them out myself. So let's get straight into this. We do have a pull tab at the bottom. Come on. Oh, there we go. So, in here, obviously we get the watch itself. That's a chunkers. It's definitely not a small watch, as you can clearly see. We get some instruction manual, and below that we get the charging pack. Now this one is actually pretty cool. I do like these specifically ones which don't have an included cable with them that is part of the pack, as it means that I can just grab any kind of Type-C cable, for instance, such as ones that I have right here, connect it, and off you go charging. So this is just more of a convenience, I would say, as without the cable, all you need to do is just unplug this and put this. Takes much space, less clutter, and it serves the same purpose. And you usually will have a detachable cable with you for charging your phone, for instance, and it has Type-C, which every phone that's been purchased in the last several years has Type-C. Even laptops use Type-C cables for charging, so it's one of the most universal plugs that it can basically have. Now below that we have a strap. There we go. So here it is, a little bit stretchy, as you can see. So let's quickly check this out. Now, in terms of build quality of this watch, it's actually super solid. So we have titanium frame, which will be whatever we have right here, and it's mixed with stainless steel. Now, I'm not necessarily sure which parts are stainless steel, to be completely honest with you, or what it's referring to as stainless steel right here. It could potentially maybe be the knob, or, for instance, the little pogo pins right here. So I have no clue. But the frame is titanium, which, to be more precise, is grade 5 titanium. And for explanation, titanium is super durable and also lighter, so it gives you much better durability of this. Another thing that adds to the durability of this is the display right here, or more like the glass, to be more precise. And it looks like they took an additional step to make it even more premium. So, oops, what did I just do? Oh no. There we go. So the glass right here is sapphire crystal, which basically means that I can do this and not worry about it ever scratching. You know what? I might need to worry about the desk scratching from this thing. So when it comes down to sapphire crystal, it's one of the most durable glasses you can have on any kind of watch, or would have loved to see it on the phones too. And this basically means that you can have this on your wrist, brush against concrete wall, and you need to check the concrete wall if it's all right. I used to have a Samsung Galaxy Watch, I think it was 5 or 6, the one before the Squircle, and that came with sapphire crystal. And I brushed this against like multitude of different things, including concrete walls, like I said, and that display is still in a perfect condition. I never put any kind of, plastic little protector on it, or temper glass or anything like that. I never needed to. Sapphire glass is just as good. Now, the reason why I meant what I was saying with them taking a step further to make it even more premium is the fact that if you look closely, can get the camera to catch focus. They decided to also cut the edges right here at an angle of that crystal, which does add additional step and cost to doing it and just makes it feel much better. So it seems like AMAZFIT took a additional unneeded steps to make this even more premium than it is. So props to them for doing so. Now on the titanium frame right here we have a couple buttons. So we have 3 different ones to be more precise. And you can navigate through this entire OS using these buttons. As you can see, you also have a push crown with a rotation to it, and a little bit of a piss poor haptic feedback, I will say. This does not feel that great, but there is one if you're interested. So that's that. Now, some of the nice features of this will be the over 180 sport modes that it comes with. We have some smart metrics for tracking key performance, like blood oxygenation and some other things. We have automatic routing. So this obviously, or I would say basically every AMAZFIT is designed for outdoor usage primarily. Unlike the typical smartwatches, which are more of a tech luxury kind of accessories, I would say. This is for the most part designed for using it outdoors. And because of that, it comes with the automatic routing. So when you're running, for instance, cycling or doing anything else and using maps, which it does have, you will get automatically reroutes if you, for instance, miss a turn, as an example. And it will automatically adjust it. We have a 6 satellite system. Now I'm just gonna literally read this. So we have 6 satellite system, a circular polarized GPS antennas, and dual band positioning using multiple signals for precise tracking. And this is basically for turn-by-turn navigation, that automatic routing and route planning with the maps. And also to give you, for instance, more accurate readings of how fast you're running, cycling, and doing all that stuff. As it's going to be using the distance that you travel from point to point on the map to assess the speed at which you're traveling. So that's pretty cool. And in terms of the dimensions right here of this watch, like I said, it is on a bigger side. So we have 1.5 inches of actual display right here, which seems kind of average. The watch itself is much bigger than that, as you can have a definitely smaller watch with still 1.5 inches of screen. So the glass cover, basically the crystal right here, is 1.76 inches across. We have 2-inch case dimension and 0.57 inches in thickness, and these I think are 22 millimeters in width. Now I went from inches to millimeters, sorry, but it's, let's see, does it say here to be more precise? No, it doesn't. So oh wait, I can swap to millimeters. Let's go. So let me first go through this in inches. So we have the actual size of the casing is 2.02 inches. Glass was, like I said, 1.76 inches. Thickness 0.57 inches, and thickness excluding heart rate sensor, so without this little punk right here, is 0.49 inches. Now in millimeters, we're looking at 51.4 millimeters across. The glass itself is 44.8 millimeters. We are looking at 14.6 millimeter thickness, and without that sensor, 12.5 millimeters. It is, like I said, a very chunky watch, and this here is a 40, I think, 1 millimeter watch. And just to give the side, it's titanium, so it's fine. To put it side by side, this is not a small watch, by the way. This is a little bit above what would be average. 40 millimeters is average. This is, I think, exactly 41 millimeters across. Yeah, this just automatically dwarfs my my normal watch. So yeah, this is pretty significant like size. Just a, I'm gonna put the straps on here so we can put that on my wrist and kind of laugh all together on how ridiculous that makes my wrist look like. Additionally, while I'm putting this on, the straps themselves have the quick release latch, so that's pretty nice. Makes it, putting it on and off super easy. And like I mentioned, these are 22 millimeters, which I don't know exactly how much that converts to the 2 inches. But this is basically a standard, but on a bigger side. You have the 20 millimeter and 22, typically like the 2 different standards. This is the bigger one. And you can go to AliExpress or anywhere else, buy 22 millimeter straps and replace it with whatever design you want. Leather straps, no problem. You can put those on here without any kind of significant problem. Now, just to kind of give you a little bit of a sneak preview, if you have a very minuscule arms like I do, you can have this on there, making it look like a freaking wall clock that is strapped to your wrist. So yeah, that's yeah. Though I want to give props to this, even though this thing is absolutely massive, it feels super comfortable. Even though it looks comical on my wrist, it's very comfortable. And I would say probably it's to do with the fact that these straps are a bit stretchy. So yeah. Anyway, quickly going into the specifications right here. So the display right here, like I mentioned, was 1.5 inches. It is an AMOLED display, which gives you these perfect black levels. 480 by 480 pixel resolution with 323 pixels per inch of like density, and a peak brightness of 3000 nits, which should be absolutely fine for outdoor usage. Battery-wise, we're looking at 658 milliamp hour battery, which typical usage gets you about 21 days of battery life. Pretty damn good. Heavy usage gets you about 10, and always on display, meaning that, for instance, shows you your time, heart rates, or something else, constantly, never turns off, gets you still an entire week of battery life. Now, accurate GPS mode gets you about 41 hours. So if you're basically trying to, have like turn-by-turn, perfect, accuracy tracking, you will get only 41 hours of battery life. Now, I'm saying only. This is still as much as most watches, smartwatches for instance, from Samsung, will give you when you're trying to conserve battery life. This gets it at like full tilt when it's the highest kind of, battery usage. And in power saving GPS mode, where it won't be as precise, you get double that, so you get 48 hours of battery life. Keep in mind, on the lowest end of this battery life, you are still punching basically on what watches, like smartwatches that run Wear OS, give you when you're trying to be conservative without always on displays and all that jazz. You're just trying to save battery and maybe occasionally check the notification or time. You basically get the 41 hours at that point. Here, you do it by having permanent GPS tracking, an accurate one. So that's pretty damn good. Now, in terms of sensors, for health, we are looking at some BioTracker 6.0 ppg biometric sensor, 5 ppd plus 2 LED, movement accelerometer, gyroscope, ambient light, geomagnetic one, temperature, barometer, and altimeter. Position, dual band, a circular polarized antenna 6 satellite system, and connectivity, we're looking at Bluetooth 5.2 and Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz. Unfortunately, there's no 5.0. Strap, like I mentioned, is the 22 millimeter silicone strap. Anything else that is worth mentioning? Nope, that's about it. So that's basically everything that is worth mentioning about this watch itself. And last thing will be the price tag. This is honestly cheaper than I would have expected AMAZFIT to be. It's coming at about $370, and it is a solidly built, massive device designed for outdoor usage, rugged in a way. So I would say this is actually a fair price for such a device. I would have actually expected AMAZFIT to charge more or less maybe like 500 for a titanium sapphire glass watch like this with a great battery life and accurate tracking. But that being said, this is like talking about other AMAZFITs, designed primarily for outdoor usage. AMAZFIT has basically very similar watches that are designed that cater towards specific usage as well. So you can have like a watch for sailing or ballistic one, which I'm not even sure. Like, I guess maybe if you're like a Navy SEAL, you could find a use for it. But like I said, they have some other watches that are specifically tailored to some kind of function, while still offering vast majority of what's already included right here. But still, as a watch for running, cycling, exercising, and doing all that jazz, this seems like a solid device, and I would say fairly price tag. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.